Are you considering selling your home in Gilroy and wondering how much you're going to pay in fees and commission that comes with selling a home? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to break it all down for you and tell you which fees are negotiable. Now, some of these costs can vary from city to city and county to county, but in this video we're going to specifically talk about the costs associated with selling a home in the city of Gilroy. For illustration purposes, we're going to assume you got an offer on your home for $1 million. Now we're going to break down the cost of selling $1 million home and see how much money you'll potentially pocket at the end of the day. One of the significant costs in selling a home is the real estate commission, typically ranging from 5% to 6% of the sales price. For this example, let's consider a 5% commission, which amounts to $50,000 when applied to $1 million sale. This leaves you with $950,000. If you decide to stage your home, which I highly recommend, the cost of staging can range from $3,000 to $5,000 depending on the size of a home and how many rooms you want staged. Let's say the staging fee was $3,500. Next, we have a bunch of escrow and title fees. Let's break them down one by one. First, there's escrow fee, which can vary slightly among escrow companies. For $1 million home, the escrow fee is going to be around $1,800. Next, we have owner's title policy. The cost of title policy is typically going to be around $2,600 for $1 million home. Why do you have this fee, you might ask? It's because you're ensuring that you're providing the buyer with a clean title without any claims or disputes against the property. Then there's county transfer tax. The transfer tax is $1.10 per $1,000. So in our example, the transfer tax would be $1,100 for $1 million home. Fortunately, Gilroy does not impose a city transfer tax unlike other cities such as San Jose. If you sell a home in San Jose, there is a city transfer tax which is $3.30 per $1,000. Not only that, if the house sells over $2 million, there are additional taxes. We're not done yet with fees. You still have to pay for the natural hazard report, which is about $100 on average. Not bad. A buyer may ask you to pay for a home warranty, and that can be somewhere around $700 depending on what is covered under the plan. Then there are a bunch of miscellaneous fees like document preparation fee, wire processing fee, state tax withholding fee, notary fee, which can be as low as $20 or as high as $200 for a mobile notary. So if we deduct all these costs from our sales price, you're left with $940,060 in this example. If your property is in homeowners association, then you will likely be paying HOA document and transfer fees, which can add up to $1,000 in additional costs. Now, are these fees negotiable between a buyer and a seller? The short answer is yes. In a real estate transaction, almost everything is negotiable. This is page 3 of California Residential Purchase Agreement. Under allocation of costs, when a buyer initially writes an offer, they will instruct their agent to check these boxes indicating who will pay for what. The customary practice in our county is for the seller to pay the transfer tax, owner's title policy, and escrow fees. Some counties have these fees split down in the middle between the buyer and the seller, except for the transfer tax. When you receive an offer on your home, you can counter the buyer to pay some of these costs or split them 50-50. Whether they will agree or not, that's up to them, but you can most certainly ask them as a part of your counter offer. Before you receive that big check, your escrow company will provide you with an estimated settlement statement, which looks something like this. It'll have the breakdown of all the costs you'll be paying out of escrow. Make sure to carefully review the settlement statement for any questionable items. If you don't understand something, ask your escrow officer to explain them to you. Well, that's all for now. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and check out my recent video I made on the housing forecast for the second half of 2023. Take care. See you next time.